Hello, and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is currently testing our resistance area here between 92,734 and 101,156. I mean, you guys know this is our key resistance area. What is important though now in the coming week, and I want to briefly take a look at the the Bitcoin long-term log chart. What is really important is to understand where the relevant moving averages are located. So for example, hold on, this is not the correct chart. I wanted to show you the moving averages, yeah, that we talked about before. So especially here the 55-week EMA, okay? So if we look at this 55-week EMA, we can see that it's located around $98,300 now. I don't think we're going to get the weekly close back above it. It is, for those of you who don't know, the key level that has provided support throughout this bullish cycle again and again. So again, we had a touch point here in April. We had a touch point last year in August, September, yeah? And so again, in this current correction, the price broke below it. The actual extent of this correction is comparable to what we had here in December 24 to April 25, around about 32%. And then also we had a similar correction between March 24 and August 24 of 33%. This current correction was a little more, around 35-36%, but then the market has already bounced from there. So I mean, it is entirely this is simply a correction the same degree that we've seen before already in this cycle. It isn't really anything unusual as such, okay? However, a lot of people already, confirming the bear market. Now, I've said many times, this is of course possible. I do not yet focus on further upside overall. Yeah, we wanted to see a bounce last week and this week. Yeah, it happened. But this is not yet, let's say, a confirmation for a major upside reversal attempt or something, right? So, for example, what you see here, like a rally in a fifth wave to 200K plus, it's possible, but we would need to see more evidence. Like, for example, a break above the 55-week exponential moving average. And this obviously is running through the our standard resistance area that I share with you every single day on our daily time frame. So it's actually in the upper section of that resistance area. It'll be important to see how the market reacts to this resistance area, all right? And then we can get a pullback and then possibly another rally from there. So anyway, we will have to see how we react to that resistance area anyway next week. This will be the resistance area to watch next week. Look this week and end of last week when we formed the low in the area here around 83K. Yeah, I told you that the focus will be a move towards the resistance area. Well, we are there now. So what's the focus now? The focus is now how we react to it, okay? And it's important now just to understand the parameters that this resistance area and the support areas include. What are the parameters that now matter? What is resistance and support? And resistance hasn't changed, but the high probability element of that initial bounce is done because we've reached target, okay? I hope that's clear. So if we now see a deeper pullback, it would be this support zone which comes into focus between $83,240 and $88,160. This is the larger support area on the daily. The reason is what could happen is an A, B, C, okay? So this is what we're watching, but I don't even have any indication that a top is in. There is no top yet, okay? We haven't started a pullback. There has just been a small rejection candle from resistance. It was quite a sharp decline, not very substantial, but just sharp, okay? But obviously worth watching whether this turns into a more substantial pullback. So let's take a look at the smaller time frames as well. And you can see that this here is the support area from the daily chart, okay? But also here on the smaller time frame, we see the microstructures. You see exactly how the price got rejected from that resistance area. And not just anywhere in resistance, right? It was the 38.2 retracement, an ideal target usually, or let's say a first ideal target for a fourth wave bounce. I mean, I view the move up as a fourth wave bounce, labeled A, B, C. And that C wave should be a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're tracking this as a possible 5-wave advance in wave C. But the C wave itself should be an ending diagonal, which means we have a wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C in wave 3. This could be wave 4 and then A, B, C in wave 5. But I have no evidence that wave 5 has actually started, okay? Over the weekend, we've just seen sideways consolidation just above Fibonacci support. So this is just, I would call it a weak support area. It's our upper micro support. It's between 88,690 to 90,330. It's just really the very first micro support zone to watch. Nothing very, very meaningful at this point, okay? Nothing very, very meaningful. Just the very first resistance area to watch. I think it's important to understand that if we break below 88,690, the focus will shift to the lower support area between 83.1 and 86.6K. And then from there, the market has a chance to form a wider wave 4. Like A, B, C, for example. Now, to be 100% clear, the focus next week will be, and also around the weekly and monthly candle close. I mean, it's monthly candle, right? The focus will be around how the market reacts now around the weekly and monthly candle close to this micro support area. While I record this update, the reaction is very, very weak. And it looks like at least this wave 4 is still unfolding. So I cannot confirm yet the start of a 5th wave to the upside. That's very, very important to understand, all right? Now, if we break below 88,690, as I said, focus will shift to the lows of, you could say, the lows of this week that formed around 86,200 here. And that is when the price was dancing here on the, when the price was dancing here on the 50% retracement. So that's just a quick update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, charts, news, and much more. There are additional updates. This video, for example, was uploaded first on X as well, so check it out. You are informed there sometimes a little faster. It's just how it works. And also, bear in mind, today, 5 p.m. UTC, we've got our member live session. Yeah, if you have any chart requests, you can just ask them there. Typically, I cover a lot. Can't cover all of them, but typically we cover around 30 to 40 additional charts. Again, that'll be at 5 p.m. UTC. Feel free to join as MCO member. And you could also use the Black Friday week offer for that. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.